Hello everyone, this is Bodhi, and welcome to my first ever episode on the Basically Minecraft server. Now, I've been talking about joining this server for a while now, and the time has finally come, and I am way too excited to start playing. Now, unfortunately for me, I'm starting to play now, but the server has actually been going on for almost 2 weeks at this point. I was out of town when it started up until now, so this is my first chance to hop on. Which means that I will obviously be a bit behind everyone else, and it might take me a few episodes to catch up to everyone, but eventually I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. But not being able to join for a bit has given me some time to think about some plans, and I don't have my whole season planned out or anything near that. I wouldn't even really want that, but I do have some ideas and some plans for how to get started, so I think I'm going to head over to that island over there, grab some wood, make myself a boat, and then head over to the place that I want to get started, maybe grab some goodies along the way, and while we're traveling, that will give me some time to fill you all in on some details about this server. So let's talk a little bit about Basically Minecraft Chapter 2. And first of all, if you're wondering why it's called Chapter 2, it's because Chapter 1, their first season, already happened. I wasn't a part of that, but during that time, I was invited to join the server when Chapter 2 started, and so even though this is my first season playing on it, it is officially Basically Minecraft Chapter 2. Now for the members of the server. I'm not going to list them all right now because there will be a list in the description below with all of the current members, and I will also include links to each of their channels, so you should definitely go and check them out if you haven't already. They are all fantastic Minecraft YouTubers who I am very excited to play with on Basically Minecraft. Moving on now, let's take a look at the map of the world that we're going to be playing on. Now, something important to look at on this map is this red line that's going to be showing up right now. Now, since we're starting on the 1.17 update, we still want to be able to experience everything new that's going to come out in the 1.18 update, especially all of that new terrain generation with the caves and the cliffs. So once that update releases, everything to the right of this red line is going to be reset, so that part of the world will include all of the new stuff in the 1.18 update. The final thing to point out on this map is where our server shopping district is going to be. And it's going to be right here on this mushroom island highlighted in red. And a mushroom island for the shopping district is going to be absolutely fantastic because no mobs are going to spawn in that biome, meaning we'll have a super safe area to buy and sell various goods. Another cool thing that we're going to be using on the server is the simple voice chat mod. Now, if you've been watching Hermitcraft, you're probably very familiar with what this mod does, but if you haven't seen it before, it basically allows you to voice chat with other players all inside of Minecraft based on their proximity to you, or it also gives you the option of creating group calls. But this will allow for so many more opportunities for fun and convenient collaborations on the server, and I am super excited to give it a try. The last thing I wanted to cover is the data packs that are going to be included on the server. Now, it would take a while to list them all, and many of them are going to be the same ones that they're using on Hermitcraft. They all come from Vanilla Tweaks, which is an awesome site with a fantastic collection of vanilla enhancing data packs and resource packs. However, there are a few exceptions that we have that you wouldn't find on Hermitcraft. The first one being we have the option to craft bundles. Now, bundles were added in 1.17, but only accessible in creative mode, and the items have full functionality, so all this data pack does is add a crafting recipe to them with using leather, so that we can access them in survival, and I think that'll be cool to play around with these in 1.17. Another one we have is the option to craft like stairs and slabs back into the original blocks, which is interesting. I'm not sure how much I'll be using that one. And finally, we have one that allows you to craft trapdoors much more inexpensively, so that you can now get 2 trapdoors per plank, the same ratio as slabs, which honestly makes a lot more sense. However, I was not sure how I felt about it at first, but I'm completely fine with it being on the server, and it will definitely make things a bit easier on us, as trapdoors can be a bit expensive sometimes. And that's pretty much it in terms of what I wanted to talk about with the details of Basically Minecraft Chapter 2. So let's go ahead and get back into it with some more Basically Minecrafting. Alright guys, I am back from an awesome adventure with Jack. He came over to spawn and basically gave me a tour of a lot of the server. as I walked around trying to find my base location, only to realize I was going the wrong direction a few times. But it was still pretty cool. It gave me a cool chance to use the proximity voice chat mod, as we used like the proximity feature and then also the groups feature, which, I mean, honestly, is basically like a Discord call, but you don't have to leave the game. It's all within Minecraft. It's a super cool mod overall, and I'm really glad we have it on the server. But yeah, that was super nice of him to, you know, accompany me during some of the early game grind, even though he already has his elytra and everything. And I'm going to head back over to my area that I picked out in a second. But I was doing a little bit of exploring off camera, and I stumbled into like this underwater cave. I figured there might be axolotls down here. I did get one in a bucket already. I think it's just the pink one. You can't tell from the bucket texture. I wish they would add like different textures for the buckets of axolotls so you could see which one it was. Anyways, in this cave, I discovered like a lot of dripstone. Like, look at how much there is. And I think that there's even like this one's growing because there's water dripping down. But I'm going to have to go through a few mobs to get it, and I don't have any armor. So I think that I'm going to try and tackle this cave a little bit, because I really want to collect this dripstone. I actually have a plan to use some actual like dripstone blocks, the block of dripstone or whatever, in my build today. So if I can get my hands on some of that, that would be absolutely amazing, because I don't really want to have to farm it based on how slow it grows. It seems pretty tedious. Also, there's some gold here. That's pretty cool. And yeah, so I think I'll make my way through this cave here. We might get some cool ores as well. If I'm really lucky, I might be able to find diamonds, but I don't think I'm actually low enough for that yet. Wait a second, is that cobblestone? Is there a... No, wait. That's deep slate, not cobblestone. Anyways, I'll make my way through this cave, and I don't know, hopefully we'll find some cool stuff. Oh my god, wait a minute. Look, there's diamonds down there. I just need to fight my way through these mobs. Wait, I didn't even know if I was low enough, and I just threw my sword on the ground. That was not what I was trying to do. This skeleton needs to get off me so I can get these diamonds, and then... God, there's so... Look how many zombies... Is there a dungeon down there? There's so many zombies. Anyways, once I fight my way through these mobs, I can hopefully collect those diamonds, but this is gonna take a while, and all I have is a stone sword. I should probably make an iron one at least. Okay, I finally got rid of everything, or at least the ones that were posing a threat to me right now. There were so many mobs, which is honestly astounding with how many people there are online right now. God, is like nobody taking up the mob cap? But anyways, we can check out how many diamonds we have here now. And okay, we have at least 3. Ooh, we got some tough here as well, but I think it might be only 3 diamonds. And do we have space in our inventory? No. Also, I forgot to mention, we got one of these bundles here, which is pretty cool. So I can put some of the mob drops in here, probably is a good idea. Anything that we don't have a lot of can go in the bundles. And yeah, that is just a super useful thing to have in the early game. I'm really glad that we added this in. I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first, but God, I'm glad we can craft it with leather. And I'm glad that we can get them in the early game. Now I think I'm going to gather up some of this dripstone. Also, there's some lapis here, which is pretty cool. And once we get all of that, I am going to get the heck out of this cave. Okay, I just got scared out of my mind because a skeleton shot me down through this hole I made in the geode. Like, he shot me, and somehow I got knocked back into the geode in a pit with 3 creepers. But I was able to, like, jump away fast enough so I didn't take lethal damage. Thank God I survived, and I was able to get a little bit of the amethyst in here, but there doesn't seem to be too much budding amethyst that grows the crystals. My sounds are pretty low, but still, I love the amethyst sound so much. I mean, honestly, you guys will probably barely be able to hear it, but I do want to grab some of these blocks while I'm down here, and also the calcite is going to be an awesome building block, so I probably want to get like a stack of amethyst blocks and a stack of the calcite maybe. The smooth basalt I don't care about as much because you can always get that from the normal basalt. But unless we get sidetracked again by like another geode or something, we should probably head back up after this. I did want to check this ravine next to the geode to see if like there were any diamonds like that I could see right off the bat, because we are low enough. However, I don't see any, and also ravines freak me out, especially early game, because mobs can drop on you from anywhere. Like, I'm pretty sure a creeper up there somewhere, and I don't want to have a creeper drop on me and explode. That is the absolute worst way to go. But if I could maybe find any diamonds, I don't know. It doesn't look like it. I do see a spider spawner up there, but I don't think I really want to get involved with that in any way right now. Those things are absolutely annoying to deal with. And so I think I'm probably just going to head back up. All right, guys, welcome to the Wild West. Well, technically the south. This is south of spawn, but this is my spot, and that's what we're going to be doing with it, is sort of in like old-timey Western themed build style in this Mesa Valley here. And I am so excited for this because, like, I've never really built in a mesa biome before, but it's always been one of my favorite looking biomes. It's just so cool. And by the way, do not tell me that it's called Badlands. I know that that's technically what it's called, but I am not going to call it Badlands. When it first came out, it was Mesa, and it's always going to be Mesa to me. And mesas are awesome. So here we are. And I am going to get started on some building later on in this episode. However, first off, I want to tackle trying to get some diamond tools and armor first. Now, I used the 3 diamonds that I just found in that cave to make my first diamond pickaxe. And one of the advantages of being late to the party here is that I will not have to go through the process right away of grinding out a bunch of bookshelves and making my own enchant setup. I can take advantage of other people's because they said that there's some stuff I can use to get some easy enchantments early on. So I'm going to take full advantage of that and try to hopefully get fortune on this pickaxe. That would be absolutely amazing. If I were to get fortune on this pickaxe, that means that we can go on a nice mining session and try to get some more diamonds for ourselves to get completely geared up. Okay, so normally I wouldn't expect to be able to use an Enderman farm on my first day in survival. However, since we're already at a 2-week disadvantage and we have one available to us, might as well make the early game a little bit easier where we can. I was informed that someone had set up an Enderman farm for the community. I think it was Push Lem, but I could be wrong about that. Wow, that zooms in a little bit too much. But anyways, yeah, so I made a pretty long trek over here. It was kind of hard to find because some nether portals are on the nether roof, some aren't. Eventually, I think we're supposed to get all of them moved to the nether roof, but they're still in the early phases, so I had to, like, go down below the nether roof and find this portal. Anyways, we're here now, and thankfully, this farm here drops the Enderman all to one-hit kills, which means that even though I don't have a sweeping edge sword, I can still kill them all. So, very thankful for this farm here, and hopefully I can use the Enderman farm to get up to level 30 a couple of times if we need to, and get a good enchantment on this pickaxe. And honestly, since we have such a powerful farm available to us, I think I might just keep re-rolling this pickaxe until we get fortune, because I might as well. Oh my god, I just got so incredibly lucky. So first of all, I thought I was going to go for fortune on this diamond pickaxe, but after I got this, I could not pass up on it. Plus, I like having silk touch anyway, and we can always just get the ores with that and then wait to fortune them later if we have silk touch. But then I decided to just might as well throw some enchantments on this iron pickaxe. And with my last 3 lapis before I have to go back, I randomly went for the efficiency 4, and it came with this. It came with fortune 3 and unbreaking 3 as well. Now, obviously, it's an iron pickaxe, but that doesn't really matter when it comes to fortune. I can do all my mining with this one and then just use this to get fortune on the ores. That is absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to go mining now. This is going to make my life so much easier, so let's head back to base. Alright, so we're back with the brand new enchanted pickaxes, ready to do some mining. And I think since I've already done a little bit of caving, for now I'll just do some branch mining. And I think what I'm going to do is dig into the side of this mountain right here and make an entrance to a strip mine down at diamond level. And we can maybe work on decorating the entrance later on, but for now, all I need is a way to get down there. Alright, so I've got my branch mine down here now at Y level 11, and what I am going to do is mine for 1 hour straight and see what we can find. Hopefully, we'll get lucky and find a bunch of diamonds, but who knows? Either way, I will see you guys after 1 hour of mining. So, 1 hour of mining has been completed, and we managed to get this many resources right here. Now, it's a bit of a mess in here because I eventually stopped using the fortune pickaxe. I thought it might break. So I have a bit of the raw materials and also the ores, and eventually we'll break these all down when we get a better fortune pickaxe. But God, I love being able to use the fortune on the gold and iron, because this is how much we have without even breaking down these extra stacks of ores here, which is absolutely amazing. But what we came for was the diamonds, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel too lucky. 9 diamond ores in an hour of mining isn't exactly the best. And I know that a lot of people have been like mentioning how you might want to mine at Y level 5 now instead of Y level 10 or 11. And to be honest, I watched some videos by people who have actually done a lot of research with large sample sizes of where the diamonds are generating, and it seems to be pretty much even between Y level 5 and Y level 11. There's nothing to suggest that you should actually go to Y level 5. So I'm gonna keep doing it at Y level 11. Because that's honestly just more convenient with where lava pools spawn. And that being said, I do definitely feel like we didn't get too many diamonds, but let's go ahead and place these down and see how many that we'll get when we break them with fortune. So 19 diamonds from 9 diamond ore is not too bad at all. This should go a long way helping us get geared up now. And if I really wanted to, I believe Lily is selling elytras in the shopping district for 15 diamonds each, which is a really good price, and I will definitely be taking advantage of that in the future. However, I think let's go episode 1 without having an elytra. I'll definitely be going to buy one of those soon, but for this first episode, let's go without wings, I think. Just do some old-fashioned early game Minecraft stuff. Let's not get our elytra quite yet. That being said, let's go ahead and put some of these diamonds to use and get ourselves some tools. Man, I just got attacked by a stupid pillager patrol. I had to fight them off, and now I'm stuck with bad omen because there are no cows anywhere near me since I live in a mesa. So I gotta be careful before going near any villagers. Luckily, I don't have any over here. But anyways, once I do get geared up with the diamonds that we found, I'm probably going to want to go right back to the Enderman farm. And by probably, I mean definitely, which makes me really want a nether portal because without a nether portal, it is quite hard for me to get there with no elytra either. So luckily, when I was down mining, I took a little break to gather up some obsidian. Also gathered a bunch of stuff from a geode, which is pretty nice. But if I go ahead and take this obsidian, I think I'm going to set myself up a nether portal in the same spot as my mine entrance over there. And so if we go ahead and light this portal up right here, let's go ahead and see where it takes us. Okay, so aside from the ghast who's probably about to take out my portal, this is actually a pretty good spot. I'm hoping that he doesn't see me through here. Anyways, this is a good spot because I actually didn't want to end up on the nether roof yet since the stronghold portal is below the nether roof. So this will allow me to get over to it a lot easier. And I'm pretty sure that that warped forest over there is where it is. Unless there's another warped forest, but I had to go to a warped forest before to get to the stronghold portal. So I'm assuming that's where it is, which isn't too long of a journey. And I'm also glad that this didn't link up to anyone else's portal. At least I don't think. I should probably go back through it to check. And also to get some gold armor, because luckily there's no piglins here, but if there were, I'd be in trouble. So yeah, the portal linked up all good, and I came back to my base, and a wandering trader spawned. I wasn't expecting this, but I actually do have a few emeralds, I think. Okay, I only have 3, so it's unlikely that I'll be able to get anything from him. But does he have drip leaf? Okay, he does not have drip leaf. Okay, so we can get as much of the big drip leaf as we want because Jack actually gave me some when I hopped on, in addition to some moss, which is really nice of him as well. I'm not going to have to find a bunch of shipwrecks to get that. But what you can't reproduce is the small drip leaf, unless you add like a special recipe. But we don't have anything like that, so I was hoping he might have that, but it doesn't look like it. So I think this wandering trader is going to end up someplace else. Also, if you're wondering where this giant mound of barrels came from that's behind me, it's because Dactus came over and visited me in my area here, and for whatever reason, he loves to buy every single barrel that gets sold in Lily's shop. She has a shop selling containers, and so every time she restocks the barrels, apparently he goes and buys them all out. So he made a Dactus delivery, dropped some barrels off here, and put way too many in here, and I'm not gonna lie, I prefer chests for storage. Don't tell him I said that, but maybe they'll come in handy for building. I don't know if 7 stacks will come in handy for building, but who knows. Anyways, as you can see, I crafted up some diamond tools and stuff, and we're going to take this over to the Enderman farm now to get some enchantments. And once that's done, I think we can finally turn our attention over to some building finally. Alright, so a bit of time has passed now, and I made it to the Enderman farm, and that thing is once again ridiculously overpowered for early game enchantments, and so I got some good ones. I was able to do some combining and enchanting, so I got myself a nice sword here with looting and sharpness. I got a Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe in addition to the Silk Touch one I already had. Got a nice axe, which allowed me to harvest a lot of wood, and a good shovel as well. And another thing that I wanted to do here to sort of fit with our Wild West vibe is use a crossbow instead of a bow. It's not a weapon I've really used before. I've always stuck with bows, but it's a cool looking weapon, and as long as we get a little bit better quick charge level on it than we have now, it should be relatively fast too, so that it shouldn't feel that much slower than a bow. So yeah, I think it'll fit in good with the theme we have going, and I want to give it a try. And then the last thing I got was these diamond boots. The reason I made boots first is because I was hoping to get feather falling, but that enchantment seems almost impossible to get from an enchanting table. It is so hard to get. So we might have to like look to villager trading before we can get our hands on that. But I did get depth strider and protection, which is nothing to complain about, that's for sure. And yeah, with our new tools, I was able to do some resource gathering in addition to a bit of mining off camera, which allowed me to get 11 more diamonds, which is absolutely fantastic. Also, a creeper came through here and blew up like a bunch of the chests I had, so I had to quickly put them all in barrels, and this thing is an absolute mess. We're going to have to get a better storage system eventually, but probably not in today's episode. And then, yeah, in terms of the resources for the build that we're going to take on in just a second here, I have got a ton of wood that I've been chopping down manually for some time here. Big shout out to Star. I met up with her, and she was able to give me some jungle saplings so that I didn't have to make a 3,000 block travel over to the jungle. I gave her some iron in return, and I think pretty soon she's actually going to be opening a wood shop, which honestly, I'm going to be doing a lot of business there because these like Western builds are going to use a lot of the stuff. So yeah, with all of these resources gathered up, I think it's about time we kick things off into the first time lapse on basically Minecraft and build up our first house. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed that time lapse, and I gotta say, I am super happy with how this build turned out. I think it's looking absolutely fantastic, and I am loving the style already, and I can't wait to do more builds in this area in the future. But for this one here, we got the exterior done as well as doing some work on the interior, but we'll take a look at that in a second. First of all, I wanted to show you all this dude right here. I forgot to mention that I found a zombie villager wandering around this area and was able to keep him because he's able to pick up items like this cobblestone, which means he won't despawn. And later on, we can hopefully cure him up and get some like enchanted book trades at reduced prices, which would come in super handy. But now let's take a look at the interior, which is definitely still a work in progress because there's certain items and blocks that I just don't have access to yet. One of them is the candle. I want to put a lot of candles in here because they're absolutely awesome, but I haven't started farming any bees or honeycomb yet, although I do want to soon. But yeah, since I don't have any of that stuff, I can't make candles. So anywhere I placed a torch, except for here, is where there's supposed to be a candle, and we'll put those in later. Now, right here we have a sort of kitchen area, and over here we have all of our stuff for crafting or combining tools. And I added in a bunch of barrels here for sort of a starter storage area. But honestly, it might be a lot of work to move all my items into here, just to eventually move them into a better storage system later. So I don't know if I'm going to do that, but we'll probably work on like an official storage room soon. Now heading up to the upstairs area. Over here, there's sort of just like an office, a desk, and a chair. No functionality here, but it looks pretty cool. And this area is going to look a little bit weird. These are not supposed to be jungle planks. In fact, I want to put bookshelves everywhere where there's a jungle plank. But I do not have nearly enough leather for that right now, so we'll have to replace them later. And when we do, we can turn this into an enchanting setup. Honestly, I'm going to be doing most of my enchanting at the Enderman farm, I would imagine, but it'll still be cool to have one, so we'll put an enchanting table here eventually. And God, using the amethyst crystals for decoration is super fun and super cool. Same with the potted azaleas. Those things are amazing. And then finally, we have this room in here, which is the bedroom. I have a painting in here. I absolutely love this painting in Minecraft. One of my favorites. And the bed, I'd really like to dye this another color besides white, but living in the mesa, I don't have access to that many flowers right now. So we'll have to get our hands on those later. And now coming out here, there's a balcony. And yeah, that is about it for this build. So I should be able to put the finishing touches on that interior in between episodes. But for now, we have gotten a lot of work done today, and I think it's about time to wrap up this video. I am super excited to finally release episode 1 and hear what y'all think about basically Minecraft. So for now, that is going to have to be it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like if you did and subscribe if you're new. And also be sure to leave a comment letting me know what you think about this build or what we got done today. And without further ado, this has been Bodhi, and I will see you all in the next one.